Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, the high performance mentor, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, have you ever followed your GPS only to realize that the shortest route, aka the shortest route, the route that it put you on, fucking took forever? Like, dude, that shit was about to happen to me the other day. Again. Look, I was working down at the beach. We were hustling, we were making moves, and I needed to go to Home Depot real quick to buy something that needed to get done for that day. Something went wrong, a line snapped, I had to go get it. And so I had to run to Home Depot to get some supplies. And so I always put in the GPS to see where the traffic is at, which way it's going, right? And so the GPS automatically gave me 3 different locations, 3 different Home Depots across the beach. One to the left, one straight, and one to the right, right? One looked obvious choice because it says the shortest distance. Of course, the shortest distance equals the shortest drive, right? It makes sense. I'd think so. But here's the thing. I've tried all 3 before. I've done this routine before. And I already knew something that the GPS couldn't tell me in that moment. You see, the closest Home Depot to the beach, to where I was working, is actually the slowest one to get to. Even if I'm hauling ass, even if I'm banging gears, even if I'm fucking doing my thing, because I'm a little fast driver. It's the closest Home Depot is the farthest one. I should say the closest Home Depot is the slowest one to get to because there's stoplight to stoplight. There's traffic everywhere. There's constant interruptions. There's a school zone along the way. But then the farthest one away out of those 3, here's the kicker. That's actually the last one I tried, but the farthest one away ends up being the fastest route. Because you jump on the highway, there's less stopping, there's better flow. I actually get there faster because it's the highway, I drive fast, and so we're going there faster, coming back even faster. And so this shit got me thinking, bro. I was like, yo, how many areas of our lives are we choosing the AKA closest route simply because it looks easier? When the reality is that there's actually a better one waiting for us to be discovered. That right there is what I want to get into today. You see, stop assuming and stop experimenting. And if I wouldn't have been experimenting with that little example where I was at work and I needed to go to Home Depot and you put in the GPS and it shows you 3 Home Depots, the closest one is right here, let's go to that one. No, that is a lie. That is not the one that you're going to get there and come back the fastest. It's actually the farthest one out there. But if I assumed and if I didn't experiment, I wouldn't have known that. And so this is why one of the biggest mistakes that us gentlemen that we make is that believing that the first option that we fucking do is automatically the best one. When the truth of the reality is that it's not. Most of the time, the first one is not the best one. The best route is usually the discovered route. The one that it took you some time and effort to get, not the assumed one. Like, bro, think about fitness. Like, how many dudes quit because the workout plan didn't work right away? Like, think about business. One marketing strategy fails, and all of a sudden we assume that the business is not going to grow. I've been there. Or what about your marriage? You have one difficult conversation that goes completely sideways, and bam, you know what? I'm just going to stop communicating altogether. This shit doesn't work for me. Brother, one failed attempt doesn't mean that the destination is the wrong destination. It just means that you haven't found the right route yet. Wide Open Warriors, dog, we stay curious. We test. We adjust. We keep moving forward because progress belongs to the men who are willing to fucking experiment. To the men who are willing to go to battle. To the men who are willing to try new things. To the men who are willing to optimize everything. You see, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you treat your life like a high performance machine, you treat yourself like a high performance machine, you treat everything you do like a high performance machine, then optimization becomes how you just operate, how you roll. Most people settle. High performers, we fucking optimize. There's a big difference right there. Optimization isn't about making massive changes overnight, even though some people look at you that haven't seen you for a long time, like, oh my God, this guy transformed overnight. When the truth of the reality is that if we've been grinding, we've been showing up, we've been doing the task that no one wants to do. It's about doing that one simple thing. Is there a way to get better? Am I showing up every day? Am I doing something that I can move the needle forward? It's about literally optimizing your whole life, your whole things that you do, how you think, how you operate, your schedule, your habits, the way you communicate. You're asking yourself, dog, like, is there a better way? Can I pray differently? Can I communicate better with my wife? Can I become a stronger leader at work? Can I train smarter instead of just harder? Can I recover better? Can I manage my time better? You see, tiny improvements, they compound over time. That's why they just say that 1% better every day is the way. Like the truth is that 1% better, it doesn't sound sexy. It doesn't sound exciting. It doesn't sound like something that you really want to go do because it sucks. It takes you to compound that interest every day for you to start noticing massive improvements. That's why I said that the people who don't see you for a long time, all of a sudden they think like, oh my God, this dude changed overnight. When the reality is that you were just showing up every single day. And now what they're seeing is that compounding effect of you getting fucking better. Like I said, the 1% every day better, it doesn't sound exciting, dog. Until 6 months pass, until a year passes, until 2 years passes. And all of a sudden, you're living a completely different life. People are like, yo, who the fuck is this dude, dog? This guy's a fucking badass. But because you chose to show up every day, you chose to do what others wouldn't do. You chose to optimize. You chose to fucking continually get better. Even though it was painful, even though it was challenging, even though you didn't know if you could keep going. You see, your motorcycle or your race car, they get faster because you're willing to do small adjustments. You're willing to try different things. You're willing to try different parts. You're willing to try a different tune. And your life, it works the same way, bro. Don't confuse comfort with efficiency. Don't. Because I've seen too many men do this. You know, sometimes the familiar route fuels the safe route. Oh, I've always done it this way, so I'm going to continue doing it this way. You're comfortable doing one thing, and then you lock your mind out of more possibilities that can actually be more efficient, more powerful, and then you don't do it. A safe life isn't a smart life, dog. It really isn't. Like, imagine if I kept taking the stoplight to stoplight route every single time because it was the shortest one distance-wise, right? Bro, I'd waste massive amount of time. I'd be wasting fuel. I'd be building frustration sitting in those traffic, going through those school zone, knowing I gotta get back quick. All because I didn't bother to try another option. And so think about it. How many men are doing the exact same thing? Like still carrying the same old habits, still carrying the same old excuses, still carrying the same old routines, still carrying that same old mindset. Not because they're working, but because they're just familiar. They're comfortable. Dog, growth requires you to be curious. Sometimes you got to be willing to leave the side streets and merge onto the fucking highway and step on the gas. It's gonna feel uncomfortable at first, I promise you, when you're like, holy shit, that one is actually farther, but why? It's just an analogy of life. But when you lean into uncomfortableness, you fucking hold that bitch wide open. And that right there, my brother, is usually where the momentum lives. That's where you will find another level. That's when you find a new experience. That's when you find a new route, a new thing that you could do at a better level. You see, life rewards the men who stay teachable, brother. The men who keep learning. The men who never believe that they've got it all figured out. So don't become loyal to your habits. Become loyal to your growth. Be willing to test another route. Be willing to test another routine. Be willing to test another approach. Because that breakthrough that you've been praying for, my brother, We might simply be just hiding behind a different way of doing the same things that you've been doing. And so my question for you is this today. Where in your life have you been taking the same route simply because it's the familiar route? And then my challenge for you this week is just to pick one area of your life, just one, and then intentionally try a different approach. Like maybe it's your morning routine, maybe it's how you communicate with your wife, maybe it's how you do your workouts, maybe it's how you manage your business. Do something, just pick one and do it. Experiment, measure, learn from it, and then keep the version that makes you better, brother. Because look, the shortest route doesn't always get you there first. It really doesn't. But neither does the easiest life. So keep testing, keep learning, keep optimizing, drive fucking hard every day, execute consistently, never stop improving yourself, because every adjustment that you make today, bro, is just another gear that will carry you closer to the man that you're meant to become. Think about it like that. And look, and remember straight up, wide open isn't about taking the easy road. Living wide open is about finding the road that helps you become unstoppable. Wide open is the fucking way. Yo, I'm slamming the checkered flag deep into the ground, claiming victory for every single wide open warrior that's out there. My brother, this is your wake-up call. Break the chains, step out of the average, and become this badass motherfucker that you were born to be. This Live Wide Open movement isn't just a podcast. This is a mission that God has stamped in my heart, and helping you rise is the purpose I live for. And yo, if today's message lit that fire in your chest, don't you dare keep this shit to yourself. Fuel another brother. Send this to another motorhead. Send this to another gearhead. Send this to another man who's hungry for more. Because here it is. Truth of the matter is, building a better life for your family is non-negotiable. It's time to get up. It's time to log in. And it's time to get to fucking work, dog. This is your mission. This is your moment. This is your movement. And wide open is the fucking way. Let's go.